Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope it's live. But okay. Oh, there it goes. It's live. Yes. Yes, it's live. Uh, it's weird. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Uh, I'm doing a little experiment with Twitch. I can't do this. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm behind on my this morning because I'm experimenting with Twitch and it was kind of distracting over there on my other screen, so I just had to minimize it. So how's it going this morning? We are here. Here's where we are, and here's where we listen to some music made from poetry. So let's just go ahead and see what we got here. Let's see here. Let's start with it's a Sunday morning. Let's start with this. Let's start with here. Let's go here. Let's start with some Sweeney Amongst the Nightingales, T.S. Eliot. Did it play?
Appomattox Sweeney spread his knees, letting his arms hang down to laugh. The zebra stripes along his swelling to maculate giraffe. The circles of the stormy moon slide westward toward the River Plate. Death and the raven drift above. The Sweeney guards the horned gate. Gloomy Orion and the dawn are veiled in shrunken seas. The person in the Spanish cape tries to sit on Sweeney's knees, slips and pulls the tablecloth, overturns a coffee cup, reorganized upon the floor. She yawns and draws a stocking up. The silent man in mocha brown sprawls at the windowsill and gapes. The waiter brings in oranges, bananas, figs, and hothouse grapes. The silent vertebrate in brown contracts and concentrates, withdraws. Rachel Narabinovich tears at the grapes with myrrh's paws. She and the lady in the cape are suspect, thought to be in league. Therefore the man with heavy eyes declines the gambit, shows fatigue, leaves the room and reappears outside the window, leaning in. Branches of wisteria circumscribe a golden grin. The host with someone indistinct converses at the door apart. The nightingales are singing near the convent of the Sacred Heart. And sang within the bloody wood when Agamemnon cried aloud and let their liquid siftings fall to stain the stiff, dishonored shroud.
morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How was that? Good evening, Nat Master. Good luck. Yes, you can lurk all you want. You're doing work. Work while you lurk. How's it going, Kathy? Good morning. And then good morning, Style. Yes, hello, quick hello. If this is a quick one, yeah, you got it, Kia. And, you know, if you need any help, you can reach out. How many volt percentage does it change the light bulb? I don't know. How many? Well, you're answering that. I'm going to figure out what else to play here. Go check if you're on the Twitch. Okay. Yeah, one beer. I'm assuming that's you, Nat Master. Cool. Let's see here. My boring self. Stopping by Woods on. No, let's do Sonnet 18.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves too short date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dim. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrim. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast, nor shall death brag thou wanderst in his shade. When in eternal lines to time thou growst, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is its gold complexion dim. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrim. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast, nor shall death brag thou wanderst in his shade. When in eternal lines to time thou growst, so long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long as this, and this gives life to thee. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
And good afternoon, Irish. How you doing? Yes, it's an awesome freaking poem. And if you are so inclined, I started a Twitch called Poetry Radio Online. I guess everybody's doing it. I don't know. We'll do that exploration together. So how y'all doing this morning? I'm bored and stuff, so I'm playing some music for a little bit. I hope y'all don't mind. And we're just going to Oh, is your country? Yeah, let's do. I hadn't heard this one in a while.
In scornful, upright loneliness they stand, counting themselves no kin of anything, whether of earth or sky. Their gnarled roots cling like wasted fingers of a clutching hand. In the grim rock, a silent spectral band, they watch the old sky, but hold no communion with thought only when some lone eagle's wings flies past above in desolate land, or when the wind pants up a rough-hewn glen, bending them down as with an age of thought. Oh, and mid-flying clouds that cannot dull her constant light, the moon shines silver then. They find the soul and their dim moan is wrought into a singing sad and beautiful. Clouds pass above their gray and desolate land. Oh, when the wind pants up a rocky-worn glen, bending them down as with an age of thought. Oh, when they fly in clouds that cannot dull her constant light, the moon shines silver then. They find a soul and their dim moan is wrought into a singing sad and beautiful.
I don't know if I was supposed to stop it there, but I did. Hey, Joe. All right, cool. I'll probably only be on for hour if. I am experimenting with Twitch. So if you like Twitch or whatever here, please follow. Give me a follow because that's. Oops, shit, one thing. All comments there. Ugh. Yes. All right, let's see here. Let's play another one. Kind of keeping it sort of sedate this morning. It is Sunday after all, so I'm hearing the country thingy here. Let's play this one.
After the sun's eclipse, the brighter angel and the spear which drew a bridal outcry from her open lips. She could not prove it true, nor think at first of any means to test by what she had been wedded or possessed. Not all cries were were made to squeal and cry as heavy captives in a witch's sty. The proof came soon and plain. Visions were true, which quickened her to run. God's barefoot errands in the rocks of Spain, beneath its beating sun, and locked the oath of ecstasy within. The tempered consonant of distant. Came soon and plain. Visions were true, which quickened her to run. God's barefoot errands in the rocks of Spain, beneath its beating sun, and locked the oath of ecstasy within. The proof came which quickened her to run. God's barefoot errands in the rocks of Spain, beneath its beating sun, and locked the oath of ecstasy within. The tempered consonant of discipline.
Yeah. I know. Promotion, they want you to being a bad self-promoter like me. I actually went on to ChatGPT yesterday. I was watching Aaron Smith-Levin and Natalie yesterday, and Natalie Webster, and she mentioned she uses ChatGPT for suggestions on stuff and this, that, and the other. So I was like, I went in there and I was like, hey, this is what I do. How do I make it grow? And it gave me a few suggestions of stuff I'm already doing. And it also said cross-platform, do other platforms. And I've been thinking about Twitch for a little while. So I'm just, okay, I'll broadcast it on there too. But yeah, scammers everywhere. Scammers, be aware. Most people don't give a crap about you. We're not most people here, are we? Where is this one? I'm surprised I don't have that one in here. Here, let's do this one.
Within this black hive tonight, there swarm a million bees. Bees passing in and out the moon. Bees escaping out the moon. Bees returning through the moon. Silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell, a drone. My back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. bees passing in and out the moon, bees escaping out the moon, bees returning through the moon, silver bees intently buzzing, silver honey dripping from the swarm of bees. Earth is a waxen cell of the world comb, and I, a drone lying on my back, lipping honey, getting drunk with that silver honey. Wish that I might fly out past the moon and curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower. Curl forever in some far-off farmyard flower.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. All right, let me find something else to play. It's distracting over there. All right. Kind of keeping it. Oh, no, it's not there. Ha. In here. This is. Bear with me, because I want not that one. Here, while I look for this other one, let's listen to this one. Since on the subject of honey, wild honey. Hopefully it's.
Where hints of racy sap and gum out of the old dark forest come, where birds their beaks like hammers wield, and pith is pierced and bark is peeled, where the green walnut's outer rind gives precious bitterness to the wind. There lurks the sweet creative power, as lurks the honey in the flower. A subtle effluence floats around, where sheathed shootlets break the ground, and in each blossom's magic cup, from infinite deeps a thought comes up. In winter's bud that bursts in spring, in nut of autumn's ripening, in acrid bulb beneath the moon, sleeps the elixir strong and old, that Rosicrucian sought in vain, life that renews itself again. What bottled perfume is so good as fragrance of split tulip wood? What fabled drink of god or muse was rich as purple mulberry juice? And what school-polished gem of thought is like a rune from nature caught? He is a poet strong and true, who loves wild thyme and honeydew, and like a ground bee works and sings, with morning freshness on his wings, and a gold burden on his thighs, the pollen dust of centuries.
If I have run my course and seek the pearls, my psyche fain would drink at Murmullen, and rest content in wine and nectar cup. Who knows but that the gods have found me whole, and in their stewardship of man would bless the sweating lover fickle man once knew. I know that I might pull the tendon bands that hold my soul together, might bend each nerve and muscle, spirit fain would keep, that I might hear the maddening cheers of men, who when the morrow dawns forget the games, and cast instead the dice in marketplace. And fame, and in the evening dwell on heights divine. Betwixt my lips a rose from Cupid's hands, upon my brow the laurel belvedere entwines from tree beside the throne of Zeus, and flowing from my speech Athene's words, dipped long in wisdom's fount to heal the soul. Did na 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 and in the evening dwell on heights divine. Betwixt my lips a rose from Cupid's hands, upon my brow the laurel belvedere entwines from tree beside the throne of Zeus, and flowing from my speech Athene's words, dipped long in wisdom's fount to heal the soul.
And we haven't heard this one in a while.
At Dunbar Castle or Arcade, we rode with the exotic chic through deserts of erotic flowers, held in the siren Madonna's arms. We're safe from the bill collector's power, forgave the rats and roaches we could not defeat, beguiled by jazz bow strutting of a mouse. And when the swell guy roused to noblest wrath, shot down all those wicked men. Oh, how we cheered to see the good we were, destroy the bad we'd never be. What mattered then, the false, the true, at Dunbar Castle or Arcade, where we were other for an hour or two. Forgave the rats and roaches we could not defeat, beguiled by jazz bow strutting of a mouse. And when the swell guy roused to noblest wrath, shot down all those wicked men. Oh, how we cheered to see the good we were, destroy the bad we'd never be. What mattered then, the false, the true, at Dunbar Castle or Arcade, where we were other for an hour or two. Why am I first in thy so sad regard? O twilight gazing from I know not where, I fear myself as one more than I guessed. Am I instead of one so very fair, that thou art sorrowful and I oppressed? High in the isolating air, over the inattentive moon, two birds sail on great wings and vanish soon.
And they leave the north sky bare.
consciousness. And thou art here, and I am everywhere.
All right. Hey, dude. Yeah, it's kind of a sedate morning. I might play some more blood pumpers here in a minute, but yes, it is a sleepy day. Around here too, rainy. Yeah, this. Don't get me started. Although right now it's a little sunny. I don't know. It's supposed to rain again this afternoon, this evening. I don't know. But I'm doing a little streaming on Twitch if you want to check it out. There's the link. It's up there in the chat. And I don't know how to pin it, so oh well. Oh, no, wrong one. You got to sleep in. Cool. Awesome. It's always great sleeping in. Well, at least you're outdoors. At least you're outdoors. All right, here. I don't know where I was going with this. So here. Oh yeah, here. Shit. Wrong one. We go back here. Here it's here. Oh, where was it here? All right. Here, let's play this one.
Tis true, tis day, what though it be? Oh, wilt thou therefore rise from me? Why should we rise? Because 'tis light. Did we lie down? Because 'twas night. Love, which in spite of darkness brought us hither, should in despite of light keep us together. Light hath no tongue, but is all eye. If it could speak as well as spy, this were the worst that it could say, that being well fain would stay, and that I loved my heart and honor so, that I would not from him that had them go. Must business thee from hence remove? Oh, that's the worst disease of love. The poor, the foul, the false love can admit, but not the busied man. He which hath business and makes love doth do such wrong as when a married man doth woo.
it could speak as well as spy. This were the worst that it could say, that being well I fain would stay, and that I loved my heart on so that I
Huh?
wouldn't from him that had them go.
Heaven blaze, then it's the rain, the rain. They said what queer book she must have read, but she must have read. Love by whom I was begun. Gran I may not bear a child. Little does she guess today what the world may be. They say what the world may be. Snowdrift deep and cover till the spring, my murdered lover. Little does she guess, what the world may be. They say deep and they say snowdrift deep and cover till the spring, my murdered lover. Snowdrift deep and cover till the spring, my murdered lover.
I like that one. It's pretty cool. Rainy all day here, high of 63. Well, it's supposed to be rainy all day here. It's like 66 right now and cloudy. At least that's what it says on the screen there. A lovely 75 degrees there. Cool. And that is a lovely evening to have. A 75-degree evening is always a good evening, especially if it's been hot during the day. And of course, our Irish there is probably needing to build an ark, huh? That's why I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, we need to probably start building a fucking ark or something. Oh, don't you know it? Especially here, it gets humid during the summer. And, you know, I got one room that I can keep cool enough to live in. So, yeah, cabin fever. Ugh, definitely. Exactly. Yeah, it gets to the here it'll get to 100 good part of the summer sometimes, but it's the humidity. Yes, that was a good one. All right. I'm gonna play. Yes, this morning show seems to have be kind of sedate and stuff. I don't know. Just I'm in a different mood than I've been in. I guess I don't know. Well, here. Let's see if this one goes along the same lines as the rest of them.
I take my chaperone to the play. She thinks she's taking me, and the gilded youth who owns the box, a proud young man is he. But how would his young heart be hurt if he could only know that not for his sweet sake I go, nor yet to see the trifling show, but to see my chaperone flirt. Her eyes beneath her snowy hair, they sparkle young as mine. There's scarce a wrinkle in her hand, so delicate and fine. And when my chaperone is seen, they come from everywhere. The dear old boys with silver hair, with old-time grace and old-time air, to greet their old-time queen. They bow as my young Midas here will never learn to bow. The dancing masters do not teach that gracious reverence now. With voices quivering just a bit, they play their old parts through. They talk of folk who used to woo, of hearts that broke in '52, now none the worse for it. And as those aged crickets chirp, I watch my chaperone's face and see the dear old features take a new and tender grace. And in her happy eyes I see her youth awakening bright, with all its hope, desire, delight. Ah me, I wish that I were quite as young as she.
How about playing another one by this guy? Yeah, kind of out of left field. morning, Indigo. If I didn't say good morning already. Yeah, we're getting your new rug. Cool. New rug for your bedroom and then your bed. That sounds cool. I need a new bed. Mine's old and wore out. Too small because Phil takes up most of it. I kind of have to sleep around him. It's kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? Oh, it's been a Sunday morning. Well, I'm going to play one more. This one's going to be a little upbeat. Everybody loves it. But after this, we all go over to Joe's. Go ahead if you want to, Joe. Put your link in the chat and we'll be all over there. But let's end it with bookends, shall we?
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular, each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular, each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
Yeah, I got my autographed Stephen King right there, but I've already read the books. Well, most of the books out of that one. It was when I was a teenager, but yeah, keep hold of it. All right, my friends, thanks for everything. Yada yada yada. It's a Sunday morning. I'm not trying to think about it too much. Here's the new Twitch. I'll probably be doing that. I don't know. I'm just taking a suggestion from an AI and stuff. So, yeah, I got nothing else. See y'all over at Joe's. Have a good one, my friends. And Tomorrow morning, yeah, same time, same channel, 6 new poems, 6 poets, 12 tracks, and we'll just do what we do. Because apparently that's all we can do.